Good evening. It's Wednesday evening, December 14th, and it's time for Keto Confab. And we are a group of people wanting to live the keto lifestyle, according to the teachings of Dr. Annette Bosworth. And we want to support each other. And so we meet each week to talk and discuss topics and try and support each other. Next week, the 21st of December, our family will be at a Christmas party at this time. So we're going to have to cancel next week's Keto Confab because of the holiday party, the Christmas party. And so sorry about that. But we'll be back the following week, the week between Christmas and New Year's. And then we'll start out the new year. Usually what we've been doing lately with this group is we've been saying our win of the week, what we want to do better and what we're grateful for. It gets a little cumbersome, and we've had some new people come and check in, but as soon as they feel the threat of having to talk or contribute rather than just listen, a lot of them will just check out and leave. And hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to mute. I think I need to just be more reassuring that people don't have to join in with that. And maybe we should shorten it a bit by just saying, if you want to share a win of the week or something you want to work on, go ahead and not force everybody to do it. I think that would be a more welcoming way to do it. So I don't really have a win of the week and I don't really have something I need to work on. I just need to continue to keep myself accountable. And I don't have a win of the week other than not giving in to I've had a lot of migraines this week because I started a medication and I didn't realize it was the medication giving me the headaches and the migraines, but I finally figured it out a day ago. And so I'm off it. It's a little better today. Tomorrow will be better. But I didn't give in and just start eating all the sugar, because when I don't feel good or I feel tired or I'm in pain, I want to eat sugar. So I guess that's my win of the week. And tomorrow and next week will be better. So I don't really have anything I need to work on. I just need to get over this reaction. And anyway, if anybody else wants to share something, I'll open up the floor to you sharing your win of the week or what you want to work on or anything. Later, we'll take questions for the group. If you have a problem that you want to try and brainstorm with the group on what to do with it, we'll do that later. So anybody want to share anything? If not, we'll move on.
Now I got it muted. I'm just going along, just trying to be good every day and good every week and waiting for the first and get through the holiday season. We're going to Florida next week and we'll just see how it all goes out. And then when I come back for January, I plan to be serious for 90 days. I can do it for 90 days. Because I've gained 15 pounds, so I'm not happy.
Oh, yeah.
15 pounds in the last 6 or 8 months. It's not.
Oh, I thought it was.
No, I meant since.
Tammy.
No. I meant since, maybe the beginning of the year or so. I don't know. I didn't really know, but I just know that I'm not happy. So I got to start back in, but there's no sense trying to be strict in the holiday season. Mm-hmm. And just when I'm at my mom's would be the problem because I'm not in my own house eating my own stuff, So that's when you're kind of stuck eating what's in the house, what's available. But she knows I don't eat stuff, so we'll just see. Yeah. My mom doesn't like to cook, so she we'll go out a lot, or my husband will be the cooking. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So Melody says no wins there either, unless we think giving Symphony her Great Dane a bath is a win. Well, it is a win, but this is about keto, so it's not that. And gained weight last month due to the irregularity of eating and not eating correctly. Yeah, Melody, you just have to do what you can do. I mean, this is your job you live in. The situation isn't great, and everything. So it is what it is. I too have gained weight this year. It's been a tough year with my back injury and all the pain I've had, because like I said, when I'm in pain or I feel horribly tired or something, I want sugar and carbs, mostly sugar. Of course, sugar has carbs, but it's not like I want to eat a slice of bread. I want ice cream, or something. But yeah, we can only do what we can do. So this week we are working on Dr. Oveda's book. We are to, I think it's myth number 4. So I'm going to try and bring myth number 4 up. And see if not number 4, number 10. Yeah. Okay. Did we do the best way to burn calories is exercise last week? I don't think so. Yeah, I think it was losing weight is calorie restriction. So the data shows you can't out exercise a bad diet. Metabolic health is 90% diet, 10% lifestyle, and exercise is not necessary for weight loss. In fact, exercise itself might cause you to violate your dietary changes. The more you exercise, the hungrier you get. 45 minutes of intense working out only burns 200 to 300 calories, but makes you so hungry that you stop on the way home from the gym to consume an 800 calorie burger. Ooh. Even snacking on a nutrition bar might bring in an average of 220 calories. That means your entire workout only burned the food you ate as a result of working out. And exercise doesn't necessarily access the fat stores you want to lose. I'm not telling you not to exercise. Physical activity has a whole range of health benefits that bring you energy, give you your body flexibility, and make you happier overall. Instead of focused activity that increases your hunger, a better plan is to build consistent movement into your entire day. Moving your body throughout the day is just as effective as working out for most people. I have to say that I used to like watching that show, the Biggest Loser. You guys remember that show? And the thing that struck me about that show was how little they let those people eat, and how hard they worked those people with exercise. And I used to like follow those people after they got off of The Biggest Loser to see how they did and see if they gained weight back and everything. And most of them would say that the problem was, they couldn't have a regular life because they could only have, 800 calories a day. And they were all trying to eat just lettuce and, I don't know, orange juice or something. And it really was not very healthy. And they were trying to work out 3 or 4 hours a day. And that took a lot of time from their family time and from, just being able to do anything else. They go to their job for 8 to 10 hours a day and then have to work out for 3 hours a day. And then they go home and, you all have stuff to do at home. You got to fix this, you got to shop for that, you got to talk to these people, So it didn't really leave much of a life, a lot of them said. And I don't hate exercise. I'm just not a huge fan, you know. I don't mind swimming, and I don't mind playing a game of badminton, and I really love walking my dog, except for in the very cold months and when there's ice everywhere. Um, I do not, no, I don't do that. Scott does that. Um, but, you know, I wasn't a big fan of exercise. So actually, when I read Dr. Boz's books and everything, I was relieved that she was not this big, oh, you got to start doing P90X for 40 minutes a day, you know, and I'm like, oh, I'll never make it, you know. But this year, since I've had this back injury, I've had to go to the physical therapist, and she's given me all kinds of exercises for my hips and pelvis and legs and upper arms and stuff to try and help with the injury. And, you know, that's enough, you know, keeping moving, just like he says in his book, is a good idea. You have to keep the joints mobile and moving. And you shouldn't just become a potato in a chair or on the couch or something. But I don't think it's necessary to have a gym membership and go there every day for an hour. And I just don't think so.
With Qigong, don't you?
Yeah, with Qigong, I do Qigong usually about 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day. But
no, it's part of Qigong stretching.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So anyway, what do you guys think?
You know, the thing is, if I had to work out 3 hours a day to maintain my weight, that'd be pretty depressing. You know, I mean, you know, I don't mind physical activity, but working out 3 hours a day, you know, I mean, who can do that really? That's a big chunk out of your day.
Mm-hmm. Now, you did the walking track at the college.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scott is at a college, and they have a walking track around their gymnasium, just above the gymnasium. And they had a program where the faculty could join in and walk. And, you know, that's a nice even floor, and it goes round and round, and you know exactly how far you're walking. And did you cheat and read while you were walking?
Oh yeah, I did a lot of reading while I was walking.
Yeah, because when we used to be in college, he would walk all the way from the boys' dormitory on one end of the college, all the way to the science complex on the other opposite
diagonal. The other end of campus, yeah. And
yeah.
I basically looked through my notes. I basically studied my notes while I walked to and from classes.
Which was a little dangerous because you could run into people, you know.
No, my peripheral vision was good enough that I didn't run into people.
Yeah, but on the walking track, there's not usually anybody to run into, or it's easy to avoid them, you know. So, and then Melody, you take Symphony out for walks. Do you still take her out when you're even at your clients? And I know, Tammy, you walk Snickers.
Yeah, I used to walk a lot. When I lived in Little Rock before I moved here, I walked 2 and 3 and 5 miles every day, most every day after work. We had a walking club, Little Rock Hiking Club, and we had organized walks whenever somebody could make it. I could make a walk and people could come to it, or I could just attend theirs. It was on an app called Meetup. And across the street from where I worked was the river trail. And so you just park down there and you can walk for as many miles as you wanted to. I moved here and it's not so walkable from where I'm at. I did find a park that I could probably do about 3 miles without duplicating, you know, having to start over and do it again. I hate doing laps like around my house, because every time you get to your house is an opportunity for you to stop. I like to, you know, have a circle so that you have to finish it once you start it, you know. But I did find a hiking trail here that I go on. I'm not maybe as often as I should. I have taken Snickers a couple times. I didn't take him at the beginning because he had to build up distance, you know, because he was just a puppy. But but we did like 3 or 3.5 miles the last time I took them. And I think, I bought into the exercise thing too, 30 years ago or 40 years ago. And because that's just what you did. And I like doing a lot of exercises. I think lifting weights is very beneficial to you, especially as you get older, to keep your muscles. That's muscle mass is something they say you lose as you get older, and you need to lift weights or lift heavy things. It doesn't have to be weights in a gym. It can be a gallon of milk, or whatever, or bands or something, but just lift heavy things to keep your muscles and bones strong as you get into your 60s and 70s. And my mom is 80, so I think that lifting weights parts is important as to do as you get older. And the stretching, because I think my hip problems that I've had, that's pretty much gone away, but it's from stretching. That's what we did when I was in there. We just stretched out the hip muscles, just like what you're going to physical therapy for. Mm-hmm. And do I continue those exercises after physical therapy? No. If I get down on the floor, the dog's all over me. I can't do anything down on the floor, and I'd have to shut her out of the bedroom and try to do it without her in the bedroom. And then she'll be out there going,
yeah, that's like our
dog too. Yes.
But that's just really an excuse, because you can always figure out a way to do something. Mm-hmm. But after you get home from physical therapy, or after my 4 weeks was done, did I keep doing a lot of the exercises? And but I think the lifting weights is, and I don't mind walking. I love walking. It's it's kind of cold for me. It's been rainy and gloomy here. We don't like rainy and gloomy in the South. It's supposed to be sunny after today. Next week you can feel sorry for me. My high on Friday is 28 degrees. That's what it says, 28 degrees. What in the heck is that?
Well,
good thing I'm leaving that day for Florida, though.
I'll feel just a teeny bit sorry.
No, you can feel a teeny weeny little bit sympathy for me and my 28 degrees.
I don't know if Melody's in the storm we're in right now, but we're under storm watch until Friday morning at 6 a.m. How many inches have we gotten so far, Scott? Do you know?
Well, I'm estimating about 7 or 8.
7 or 8.
Yeah.
So far. And it's supposed to be over Friday morning. Oh, Melody says the storm missed her. Shoot. But yeah, it's cold. Are we in the 20s, honey?
Look,
I think we're in the 20s.
Now it says our high is going to be 27 on Friday.
Ooh, heat wave. Heat wave.
Oh.
That's right, 63 today.
Mm-hmm. Now, Tammy, are you in
I'm in Mississippi.
Okay. You're in Mississippi.
I'm in Mississippi, northern Mississippi, close to the Tennessee border. I mean, we're about 40 miles from the Tennessee border. 40 miles from it.
It's pretty cold for you, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty plenty cold.
For that area, that's pretty cold, yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be that cold.
Yeah.
Not supposed to be.
Well, it's going to be 49 the day before, and then 27 on Friday. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be a cold spell. We've been having a heat wave, really. It's been in the 70s last week, and now it's.
Can you see ours?
Got to get closer. Yeah, 27 right now, or yesterday. 16. Oh, there's a 0. That's a minus. That's so sad numbers. What city is that in?
We're in Rolla, North Dakota. It's right up on the Canadian border, mid-state North Dakota. Yeah. So today and tomorrow we're in the 20s, and then Friday we're in the teens, and Saturday we're in the single digits and dipping down to 6. And Sunday our high is going to be 0, low is -1. And then Monday and Tuesday we're negatives. It's pretty temperate.
Yeah, we've already had 22 below here a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, so it's pretty normal for us.
Well, it's your choice to live there. I mean, it's the weather. You got to like the stuff. My sisters live in my niece lives in on Lake Superior in northern Michigan, and she loves
Oh.
the snow and the hockey. She plays hockey, and they love the snow, and they wouldn't go anywhere else. And my sister lives near the Mackinac Bridge, and she's the same way. She loves it there. So, to each their own.
I'm fine here, but that's because I have a husband that does my shoveling of all the snow, and he cleans off my car for me, and sometimes will start it for me, so it's warm
there you
by the
go.
time I get out there. I'd probably be more grumbly if I had to do all the shoveling and the cleaning and the starting. But you know what? There's just no point in complaining. If I really dislike it, I'll move.
Yeah, that's just it.
Yeah. But anyway, we're off topic. So being in the 20s for you is very cold for you. And but for us, it's run of the mill. It's kind of a warmer winter day for us. But end of December, most of January, we're below zero. So we just expect it. You dress for it, you plan for it, and there you go. So, okay. So, any other topics we want to talk about, or do we want to discuss exercise? I do believe, like you, Tammy, that lifting weights to keep muscles. What I thought of was, people that go up into the space station or even into the space shuttle, they can lose bone density and muscle mass because they don't have gravity pressing on them. And I'm not planning to go anytime into the space shuttle or the space station, but I don't want to lose bone density.
Yeah, I think the people in the space station have to do exercises, certain exercises daily in order to maintain bone density, because if you put the bones under a certain amount of stress daily, then you'll be able to at least not lose as much bone density. But yeah, because that's a real concern, especially if they spend months there on the space station. Yeah, in zero gravity. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, weights, but we don't have to go to the gym and build up to where we can press 200 pounds or something.
No, Scott just needs to shovel the snow. That's good.
Yeah, just shovel more snow. Yeah,
just go get that snow, Scott. Shovel it all out of the way.
Yeah,
that is a workout. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
And actually, I kind of enjoy activities like that anyway.
Scott was gone for a week, and I went out, and because of my back, I didn't want to lift the snow, so I used the shovel and I just push it all in a line, and it was soft, not heavy, wet snow.
Yeah.
This right now is heavier and more wet, and I pushed it off our deck last night. But as soon as it started bothering my back, I came inside because I wanted to walk Bella, and she doesn't really appreciate walking down the steps when there's 3 inches of snow on each step. She's just a small dog, she weighs 11 pounds. So, and, but she's gotten into snow that's up past her belly. I put her out to pee, and she doesn't go in the area that I've cleared off for her. She has to go in the pile of snow, and I'm like, what, are you crazy? But oh well. But she doesn't eat the snow. I've seen other dogs eat snow, to get some water and everything. She doesn't eat the snow. So okay, whatever. So, does anybody have any suggestions for what we can do next year? We're going to be done pretty soon with Dr. Oveda's book and his myths. anybody have any suggestions for next year? I told Scott I'm thinking of starting over with Dr. Bos's workbook. And I still have not figured out why our group is advertised on the Neurons page until the day of the meeting, and then it's not there anymore. But then the day after the meeting, it's back saying it was there. And the next week's meeting is advertised. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I keep forgetting to talk to Angela about it, or one of the other administrators, but I will. We haven't really been getting a lot of new people, but I want to try and do better in the new year to get some more new bodies in and, get going. And has anyone touched base with Patricia to see how she is? Because last we knew she was having some troubles. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, Melody. I should touch in with her. Wish her a Merry Christmas at least and touch in with her. Anyway, so anybody have anything else they want to talk about? Melody, do you got any questions or anything? Are you still in this situation where you just have a microwave and not much fridge space, Melody? Yeah, okay. Yeah, aren't we all frustrated with weight gain? Yeah. Oh yeah, making some soup. Do you happen to own a crock pot? A crock pot yourself that you could take and plug in and heat something up, like different soups? Well, what if you cut everything ahead of time, the vegetables and everything ahead of time, and package them up, like celery keeps if you put a little water in it and zip it shut, like a wet paper towel. Yeah, it's just an idea. I'm not trying to push you, but if you have a crock pot, it makes making soups easy. And so, yeah, anyway, if we weren't trying to stay away from carbs, I'd say, well, maybe you should do what my daughter does. She likes pancakes, but she doesn't like the process of making pancakes. And so what she figured out was you make up the whole box of pancake mix and you put it in a pan, a baking dish, like it's going to be a bar instead. And then you just cut bits of it and put the peanut butter and the syrup on it and warm it up and it's good. That way she doesn't have to make the pancakes, but pancakes are very carb heavy. I saw a recipe for some sort of like crepe or something. It's a Dutch crepe or something that you make mostly with eggs, but with like a tablespoon of flour, and then you bake it. But of course you don't have an oven, so you can't make that. And I thought if we ever try and get this daughter to go keto with us, we're going to have to figure out something like that because she sure loves her pancakes. I wonder if there's pancake mix that's keto and low carb. Do you know, Tammy? Are they really low carb or?
I don't know. My husband makes them. But they're lower carb than what the other one is. So it is better than the other one. Does it keep you below 20? I don't know on that because he puts sugar-free syrup on it too, which has carbs. But it's better than the full, like Jemima pancakes, and it's better than the full sugar syrup. So it is certainly better. Is it good enough? No, nothing is going to be good enough when it's a substitute for something like that. You just have to eat your bacon and eggs instead of, trying to do pancakes. Now, if you have pancakes and that kind of thing, once a month as a treat, then you're probably doing okay. But if you try to eat your pancakes and stuff every day because it's keto pancakes, well, then that's going to be bad.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to eat the pancakes because most of the time, even the keto things have something in them I can't tolerate.
Yeah.
So, and it's just too many carbs for me. But, it'd be a way to get the daughter to switch over, maybe to be more.
I don't think I have any pancake. We have the sugar-free syrup, but we don't have any of the keto pancakes. I think he made it all the last time. And I try not to buy it, but my husband likes to cook pancakes every once in a while. And so it may be like once every 8 weeks or something. So it's not excessive. And then he'll say, do you want your keto pancakes? And I know that means he wants them. But usually we just have bacon and eggs or just bacon.
Yeah. Melody, are you talking about you get discouraged because the woman you're working with doesn't want to eat? Or is it the dog doesn't want to eat while you're at work? I'm not sure who she is. Oh, the lady. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, it's, we're used to eating being a community or a family event, whoever we're with, we sit down, we break bread together and everything. So it's hard when you're not, oh, she eats late. Yeah, but not very much. Yeah. And it's more carby. Well, you're dealing with the same issue you have, that she doesn't have a stove and an oven to where you could really cook something, so convenience foods are easier, and those are always going to be more carby. So, yeah. Are you in a house, just her and you, or are there other family members? You mentioned other dogs. Are those her dogs? Oh, okay. All right. So she's downstairs, like in a mother-in-law suite or something or another. Okay. Yeah. And so you just have a microwave and maybe a mini fridge or something. Okay. Do they ever bring some meals down to her to eat? I mean, maybe, if they made her favorite roast chicken or meatloaf, she'd want to eat that more than some microwavable food, but still it doesn't help you. So does she get up late in the day? Is that why she eats late? Hey, I'm very proud of myself. I've stopped doing the late eating stuff. I've been very good over the last 2 weeks. Yeah. 10 to 10. Okay. Yeah. I was getting into eating after 8 and 9 o'clock at night, but I've been doing better on that. So that's a win. So, yeah, it's nice to eat with her, but you just have to discipline yourself to, I had my supper and I'm done. So. That's what you told her. Okay, well, good. Anything else from anyone else? No? Okay, well, if that's all, everybody keep thinking about what books or something you want to explore in the new year. And like I said, we won't be here next week, the 21st, but we'll be back the next week, I believe is the 27th, or right? Is it the 27th?
Yeah, I'll be in Florida that week, so I may or may not be
It'll
here.
be the 28th.
28th.
Oh, 28th. Oh, wait a
28th.
minute. The 28th, I have to be, I think, no, it's the next day I leave for Grand Forks. Yeah. So I think I'm here that day. I think I leave the next day for Grand Forks for a couple of days. So yeah, the 28th. So
I'll be at my mom's, so I don't know what I'm doing.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm in a
that's
different
fine.
time zone. It'll be at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
No, 7 o'clock here, 8 o'clock there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's always confusing. I always get confused on time zones.
Yeah.
But yeah, who knows what I'm doing? I may or may not be here.
Yeah. Well, have a safe trip and a good time. And we'll see you in the new year. Happy Merry
Christmas,
Happy
everybody.
New Year, everybody. And you too, Melody. I guess you're working through the holiday. And so we'll see you when we get back. All right. Good night, everyone.
Yeah.
Good
Merry
night.
Christmas, everyone.
You too.